Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to the Great Garden channel, a channel dedicated to sharing tips on caring for and propagating orchids. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to plant an orchid just like this one. We've already planted this orchid on the channel before. Take a look at the results. Check out these amazing roots. After I placed it on this small piece of wood, it even grew a new leaf. For those who lack experience growing Phalaenopsis orchids in pots because they tend to overwater, this is the best way to care for Phalaenopsis orchids, because here, you can water freely without worrying about losing your plant to overwatering. Look at this beauty. It's rooted firmly now. So gorgeous. Check out the size of this new shoot. Absolutely stunning. It's getting ready to bloom again. So, today we'll plant another one just like this, and I'll place it on a similar small piece of wood. This wood could be an old cutting board from your kitchen or something you find in the garden. I've already prepared a small piece of wood here. I bought a few Phalaenopsis orchids from the store, so let's plant this lovely one right now. Look at this orchid, gorgeous, and its roots are beautiful too. I'll remove the old growing medium, and while I'm doing that, please remember to like the video so you don't forget. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications to get all the latest updates I post on the channel. I've also added subtitles in multiple languages. Feel free to choose your favorite language. Leave a comment below and let me know which country you're watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all over the world. Take a look at these roots. I bought this orchid a while ago, and they've started to get moldy, and if you don't control the watering well, they'll rot and kill your orchid. We'll remove all this old medium. And as usual, we'll cut off all the rotten roots next. Since it was grown in a soft plastic pot with moss, I'll need to rinse all the roots and leaves under running water. For now, I'll set the orchid aside here. Next, I'll use a piece of ginger. Slice it into small pieces. Put it in a cup. Add 500 milliliters of boiling water. And let it steep until the water cools. This is an old wooden cutting board from my house. It's similar to this one, but larger. While waiting, I'll cut the board into smaller pieces to use as a growing medium for the orchid. Orchids naturally grow attached to tree bark in the wild, so they'll love this type of medium. Now it looks neater and fits the orchid better. Add 1.5 liters of boiling water to a basin. We need to do one more step before replanting this orchid. That's preparing the moss. We'll need moss, so we have to clean it first. If you don't have fresh moss, you can reuse the old moss from earlier. I'll use cinnamon powder to clean the moss. Add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder and stir well. Put the moss into the hot cinnamon water. This ensures effective cleaning and kills all mold and bacteria. Cinnamon isn't just a familiar spice. It's also a highly effective natural ingredient for orchid care. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde, a natural antibacterial compound that eliminates mold, bacteria in the growing medium, pine bark, moss, charcoal, coconut fiber, etc. We'll soak the cinnamon mixture and wait until the water cools. The ginger water has cooled and the orchid has drained. We'll filter out the ginger pulp. Dilute it with 1.5 liters of water. And use a cotton pad soaked in ginger water to gently wipe the orchid leaves, keeping them shiny, clean, and free of mold and insects. Make sure to wipe the undersides of the leaves for better protection. Ginger contains gingerol and shogol, 2 powerful antibacterial compounds that kill fungi, bacteria, and parasites in the medium and on the orchid. Ginger water helps orchids withstand weather changes, drought, or waterlogging, especially during rainy seasons or sudden temperature shifts. Next, use this ginger water to soak weakened or newly divided orchid roots for 15 to 20 minutes to encourage faster new root growth. Soaking the roots in ginger water before planting helps the orchid adapt to its new environment and reduces the risk of root rot. Once the water cools, we'll squeeze out all the water from the moss. When treating the medium with cinnamon or sprinkling it on orchid roots, it helps prevent root rot, leaf spots, and fungal diseases caused by humid conditions. Cinnamon also keeps ants, aphids, and pests away from your orchids. The leftover ginger water will be used to mist other orchids. Helping prevent and treat fungal diseases and repel harmful insects. After 15 to 20 minutes, take the orchid out to drain. The orchid is now ready for replanting. Let's get started. Prepare some thin string like this. We'll use foam, a little pine bark, and moss. You'll need string like this to tie everything together. We'll place the foam inside the orchid roots. This prevents the orchid from getting waterlogged. The advantage of foam is that it doesn't absorb water and keeps things airy. Orchid roots love good airflow. By placing foam between the roots, even if you overwater, the water won't pool, and the orchid won't rot or get fungal diseases. If you underwater or it's dry weather, the foam won't draw water from the roots, preventing them from wilting. That's why I use foam. Next, use a thin metal stick to secure the orchid. Bend it like this and push it through the foam. Add some pine bark around it. Pine bark acts as a natural medium, helping the roots cling on and absorb nutrients. We'll add moss on the outside and tie it all together with the thin string. Since it has a lot of roots, I'll figure out how to arrange them nicely, like this. I'll secure one part of the roots first, then wrap the rest to make tying easier. Otherwise, I might break a lot of roots with the zip tie. I'll do it in sections, securing the bottom part first, then the top. I'll add some moss to the top section so when I tie it, the zip tie won't press too hard and damage the roots. If you're not careful, you'll ruin a lot of roots. Now, I'll use a zip tie to secure this first section. Zip ties are super handy, making planting orchids on wood so much easier. Next, I'll use another zip tie near the base because it's still wobbly. When placing it on wood, the plant shouldn't move. If it does, even a light breeze will make it sway, slowing down root growth. So, we tie it securely. I'll thread the zip tie through the roots and tighten it. Now it's stable, no more wobbling. Now I'll add a bit more moss and tie another zip tie. I'll arrange them. Since this orchid has so many roots, planting on wood can be tricky. So we do it step by step. The upper roots don't need to be tied too tightly. I'll just use a zip tie to hold them and maintain moisture. It's really easy to plant this way on wood, folks. The orchid will root wonderfully. If you want your Phalaenopsis to root perfectly, plant them on wood with moss. They'll root incredibly fast. Moss treated with cinnamon provides essential nutrients, boosting root growth and making roots develop faster, while cinnamon prevents fungal diseases and repels harmful insects. Wrap more moss around the orchid roots. Since there's foam inside, we can water freely without worrying about rot. With this new planting method, your orchid will stay healthy and quickly grow new roots. Your flowers will bloom again year-round, last longer, and have vibrant colors. With this planting method, you don't need extra rooting stimulants. Ginger water already helps Phalaenopsis root well. We'll mist it 3 times a day and water the roots once a week. No chemical fertilizers needed until new roots appear. A tray underneath will maintain proper humidity, while also moistening the wood so the roots can cling and absorb nutrients. And that's it, everyone. This planting method, I hope you like it. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for new video alerts. Look at this. It's exactly like this one. So beautiful. This one's gorgeous. It's got a huge flower spike. When I planted it, the flowers had faded, but with this method, it's thriving and starting to bloom again. It's so beautiful, everyone. That's it for now. See you in the next video.